visitors from Greenville, Tennessee, the Tusculum Pioneers. Leading off and playing in center field, number 7, Callan Newport. Batting second, playing right field, 0, Kylie Darrow. Batting third, playing third, number 16, Sammy Jimenez. Cleanup hitter and left fielder, number 20, Claire Smeltzer. Batting fifth and pitching, number 8, Emily Sappington. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 30, Haley Lazo. Batting seventh and catching, number 14, Chloe Freischmidt. Batting eighth and playing shortstop, number 11, Hannah Hughes. Batting ninth, playing second base, number 2, Caitlin Hodges. The flex player is number 32, Keelan Reynolds. Tusculum is coached by Julie Huebner, assisted by Eric Kritz. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the starting lineup for your Carson-Newman Eagles. In left field from Gadsden, Alabama, a 5'5" freshman, number 14, Abby Martin. In center field from Alcoa, Tennessee, a 5'6" junior, number 18, Sienna Cameron. In right field from Sweetwater, Tennessee, a 5'5" sophomore, number 20, Mari Robbins. At third base from Orange, Connecticut, a 5'5" junior, number 42, Brooke Matazowski. At shortstop from Knoxville, Tennessee, a 5'7" sophomore, number 2, Hayden Nye. At second base from Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, a 5'3" senior, number 6, Carmen Holt. At first base from Coreyton, Tennessee, a 5'4" junior, number 12, Macy Hughes. The catcher from Harrodsburg, Kentucky, a 5'5" sophomore, number 33, Kennedy Warder. And the starting pitcher from Graysville, Tennessee, a 5'4" sophomore, 00, Sierra Rogers. Carson-Newman is coached by Michael Graves, assisted by Sarah King, athletic trainer Becca Bramstetter. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps. Current and former service members may render a salute as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Greetings, salutations, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Vicky Kazee Hollifield Softball Complex for a South Atlantic Conference doubleheader between the Tusculum Pioneers and the Carson-Newman Eagles. I'm Adam Cavalier, just delighted that you have chosen to spend part of your Tuesday with us here on the Eagle Sports Network as Carson-Newman and Tusculum square off for the 67th time all-time. Eagles lead the all-time series 47-17, and we'll turn things over in the circle to Sierra Rogers for today's start. The sophomore right-hander is 5-2 with a 4.59 ERA, 14 appearances, 10 starts with 42 2/3 innings of work. Gives up more than a hit an inning, but also strikes out a batter an inning, and also nearly walks a batter an inning. Sierra Rogers has had some moments of brilliance this season. Case in point, the 15 strikeouts against Mars Hill back in early February that netted her SAC Pitcher of the Week honors, but she's also had some moments where she's struggled with walks, and in all but 2 of her appearances, she's walked multiple batters. What version of Sierra Rogers do we get today as she starts things off against Tusculum center fielder Carson-Newman? And we are underway right on schedule at high noon. Rogers rocks and fires the first pitch and blows the heater past Newport, and she's behind in the count at 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to the leadoff batter, Newport, who's hitting .383 this season. The pitch. Newport pulls the bunt back and takes a ball, 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Newport. Rogers pitches upstairs for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Tusculum's leadoff batter. Rogers brings the ball into her glove, wheels and deals, swing and a miss to even it up at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, and Rogers pitches. Popped foul, back and out of play, and that keeps the count at 2-2. A 2-2 count to Carson-Newman. One of 3 players in the lineup today for Tusculum, who started all 41 games for Julie Huebner's group. The pitch upstairs, Newport waves in front of it, and she's down on strikes. So Sierra Rogers starts out with a punch out, and there's 1 away for the right fielder, Kylie Darrow. 12th start of the season for Darrow after Newport chased a pitch upstairs. And the first lefty in the lineup, one of 3 in the order for Tusculum, stands in. First pitch starts Darrow high for a ball, 1-0. Darrow, .167 average on the season. On base about 28% of the time. Rogers wearing a white jersey top with an eagle head adorning the front, blue numerals trimmed in orange on the back. Roxon fires the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Darrow a tad tardy, and it's 1-1. Sierra Rogers starting a game 1 in a doubleheader for just the second time this season. 1-1. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Base is empty for the Pioneers and a scoreless top of the first. Rogers wheels and deals the 1-2. Darrow checks her swing and a pitch upstairs. Didn't chase, and it's 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Carson-Newman and Tusculum. Still a lot on the line here for this one. The pitch. Called, 3rd strike, inner half. Darrow takes the seat looking. Back-to-back strikeouts to start off for Sierra Rogers. And this sends Sammy Jimenez to the plate. Rogers buckles her at the belt. And now Jimenez stands in. One of a slew of really high-level freshmen here in the South Atlantic Conference this season. It is crazy, the caliber of the first years in the SAC this season, as Rogers starts off Jimenez, and she swings and misses at the first pitch, 0-1. Jimenez, .365 batting average, 5 doubles, 5 triples, 3 bombs, 31 driven in. The pitch zips low for a ball, 1-1. With those numbers, I mean, any other year you'd think she's probably a lock for freshman of the year, but with Macaulay Bailey and Santana Anderson and Riley Tucker at Catawba, here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at a pitch up, 1-2. The numbers that first-year players in the South Atlantic Conference have put up this season, and those three, Tucker, Anderson, and Bailey, all leading or top 5 in the league, swinging a foul. Back to the backstop, keeps the count at 1-2. Those three players all top 5 in the league in either batting average or hits or runs batted in or home runs. The caliber of freshmen this year, unlike anything that I think I've seen in a while in the league. The 1-2. Hit foul to the right now to play. Jimenez hangs around to the ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Base is empty, top of the first, and Rogers deals. Downstairs for ball, it's 2-2. So far, Sierra Rogers, I wouldn't say she's hit her spots, but she's certainly fooling Tusculum here in the early going. 17 pitches, 11 for strikes, and has got the Pioneers to offer it pitches out of the zone frequently. The 2-2. Called strike 3. Rogers gets Jimenez to take a seat. She strikes out the side to open up the game and faces the minimum in the top of the first. Rogers freezes Jimenez on the inner half, belt high. Cameron, Hughes, Bailey will try to ignite Carson-Newman's offense when we get back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeingeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeingeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeingeagles.com today.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Sierra Rogers strikes out the side in the top of the first inning, and now her opposite number, Emily Sappington, goes to work for Tusculum. You're in the bottom of the first. Sappington, historically one of the top strikeout pitchers in the South Atlantic Conference. Senior lefty transfer out of UConn, has a 3.06 ERA and an 8-10 record. 23rd appearance in her 17th start. She's gone the distance 11 times with 113 strikeouts and 93 2/3 innings. And her first pitch to Sienna Cameron is taken on the inner half for a strike to start off the at-bat at 0-1. Well, Cameron has been on an absolute tear for Carson-Newman, and that's with her average sinking to .489, which leads the league, the 0-1. Cameron tips it foul to the right, and she's behind in the count at 0-2. Cameron, just really the second time this season that her average has dipped below 500. Last time it happened was on March 11th, when she went 1 for 9 in a doubleheader against Catawba. The 0-2. Upstairs, Cameron lays off, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. And after that twin bill, it hit .462, and then she proceeded to hit successfully in 12 of her next 15 trips to the plate, 4 consecutive multi-hit games, and her average topped out at .525. The 1-2 is a change up low and away for a ball, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter, Cameron, who reaches 56% of the time when she bats leadoff. Outfield pretty much straight away for the black-clad Pioneers as Sappington wheels and deals. The 2-2's upstairs for ball 3, and the count loads up. No score, bottom of the first inning. Sappington. Back aboard the slab, checks her wrist protector, and brings the payoff pitch to the plate. Cameron swings, lifts it to left center field. It's a bit of a run for the center fielder, Newport. She can't get it into her glove, and Cameron has second base. Well, that was such a long run for Callan Newport. She couldn't grip it, and Cameron will get a bloop double to left center field to start out the game. Probably should have let the left fielder Smeltzer take it. That felt far more routine for her than Newport racing into the left center field alleyway. And it's a leadoff double for Sienna Cameron, and that brings Macy Hughes to the plate. Sappington pitches to her upstairs for a ball, 1-0. And certainly not the hardest hit two-base hit for Sienna Cameron. But with Newport playing beyond the CN logo in center field, the pitch, swing and a miss, Hughes tardy, 1-1. She took a long run to get to that ball that was hit a third of the way into the outfield. And Cameron able to get two bases out of it. 1-1. Sappington deals. That's upstairs for a ball. It's 2-1. 2 balls and a strike to Macy Hughes, who's hitting .429 with runners in scoring position this season. Hughes with 32 RBI, not quite where she was a year ago when she drove in 62, the 2-1. Off the plate away for a ball, and it's 3-1. But that's probably partly credit to Macy Hughes accepting her role. Last year she was hitting third in the lineup with, or the fourth in the lineup, pardon me, with the combination of Cameron, Corbin, Sohm, and Harris in front of her, the 3-1. Foul to the backstop to load the count at 3-2. So hitting out of that cleanup spot, and with an absurd amount of speed in front of her between Cameron, who was hitting ninth, Corbin leading off, Sohm in the second hole, and Harris batting third. She's accepted her spot second in the lineup and has worked the 3-2. Swing a bouncing ball, hit deep into the hole at short. It's grabbed by the shortstop Hughes, and now Cameron is in a pickle. Cameron racing for third. She tries to dodge the tag and cannot. She's put away. On the throw, Hughes heads over to second base. So it goes down as a fielder's choice for Macy Hughes, and she swaps places with Sienna Cameron. There's likely going to be an out recorded on that play regardless. But 6-5-2-5, or 6-5-4-5, I believe, the putout goes. And there's one away. Still a runner in scoring position for Macaulay Bailey. (6-5-4-6), pardon me, the putout officially. Needed to get the replay to confirm that, and thank you to Andrew Rogers for the official confirmation. Regardless, there's one out. And now Sappington will work against Macaulay Bailey. She deals, and Bailey fouls the first pitch back and out of play, 0-1. Well, Bailey has been insane, especially since the calendar rolled over to March. .450 the batting average. She's slugging .835. And her 52 runs batted in are second in the country. And she's maintained that spot in the top 5, the 0-1. Bounces in the turf. Hughes got a good read, and she takes third base on the pass ball. Get a second look at that to confirm pass ball versus wild pitch, and to confirm, and that might be a stolen base for Macy Hughes, considering she was already moving. 1-1. One out. Runner on third base now for Bailey. Bailey takes high for a ball, 2-1. Finish the thought. Incredible that Bailey is still in the top 5 in the country and runs batted in, considering that the Eagles have played just 2 games over the last 3 weeks, or 2 doubleheaders. The 2-1, change up. Bailey way out in front, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bailey can give Carson-Newman the lead with a deep fly ball. Second in the country in sacrifice flies this season. Sappington, the 2-2. Upstairs, Bailey lays off, and it's 3-2. First base open. If Sappington needs to walk one of the country's best at driving in runs. Sappington, the payoff pitch is a changeup. Bailey wallops it down the left field line. If it's fair, it's gone. It's off the foul pole. Home run, Macaulay Bailey. She bangs it off the foul pole and gives Carson-Newman a 2-0 lead with her 11th blast of the season. Most home runs by a freshman in school history. Two nothing Eagles as Bailey caroms it off the foul pole. 54 driven in, and now a 17th straight game where she's hit successfully as Matazowski takes off the plate away for a 1-0 count. So Macaulay Bailey blasts off on a 3-2 pitch. Sappington deals. Matazowski takes away for a ball. It's 2-0. 2-0 Eagles leading. Macaulay Bailey now has hit successfully in 17 consecutive games, and that's the fourth longest hitting streak in school history. The 2-0. Matazowski, BB, left center field. That's past Newport into the wall. Matazowski hard charging around first. She slides in ahead of the tag from the second baseman, Hodges. And a one-out double for Brooke Matazowski, her 9th two-base hit of the season, into the left center field alleyway. Carson-Newman has brought the bats here to start this game. Double to left center for Cameron. Fielder's choice for Macy Hughes. Homer double, and now Kennedy Warder stands in. Checks her swing and a pitch up for a ball, 1-0. 3 hits, all for extra bases to start off for Carson-Newman. In the South Atlantic Conference's second highest scoring offense, the 1-0, upstairs for a ball, 2-0, has found its groove early against Emily Sappington. Just the 12th home run of the season allowed by Emily Sappington. She has to work with Matazowski on second. The 2-0 upstairs and hacked foul off of first. Lazo cedes to Hodges, and the second baseman drops it in foul ground. So what should have been an out, and some miscommunication between Lazo and Hodges, lands for strike one. I don't think you can go. You might be able to go full error there on Caitlin Hodges on the dropped foul ball. The 2-1. Warder pops it up right side of the infield. This time the second baseman, Hodges, calls off Lazo, and she successfully seizes that one. So no damage done by Warder, and there's 2 away. 2 out, still Matazowski on second. A 2-run Macaulay Bailey home run has staked Carson-Newman to a 2-0 lead, with Hayden Dye coming to the plate. Dye's hitting .250. As Sappington deals, the lefty gets Dye to wave over the top of a changeup low, 0-1. Well, Dye started the season mired in the offensive doldrums, hitting .059 on February 22nd, pitch high for a ball, 1-1. But to her credit, she has recovered and has slowly but surely brought her batting average up. And where it stands now, .250, is the high watermark this season. The pitch off the plate away for a ball, 2-1. Dye riding a career-long 12-game reached base streak that started back on March 9th at North Greenville. The 2-1 is a changeup on the outside edge for a strike, and it's 2-2. For Tusculum defensively, Claire Smeltzer Callan, Newport, and Kylie Darrow left to right across the outfield, who's playing back. Jimenez, Hughes, Hodges, and Lazo third to first, and Chloe Freischmidt catches the pitch. Upstairs for a ball, it's 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Matazowski on second base. The Eagles a 2-0 lead thanks to Macaulay Bailey's 2-run moonshot. Sappington. Payoff pitch to the plate. It's a changeup that Dye lines to third, right into the glove of Sammy Jimenez. And that is the inning. So the Eagles strand Matazowski on second, but a double for Cameron and a 2-run blast off the left field foul pole from Macaulay Bailey has Carson-Newman on the front foot. 2-0 over the Pioneers here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Smeltzer, Sappington, and Lazo to the plate for Tusculum, clad in all black with white batting helmets. To start the top of the second inning, Eagles up 2-0 on the Pioneers after a Macaulay Bailey 2-run moonshot. And Claire Smeltzer stands in against Sierra Rogers, who rocks and fires the first pitch on the outside edge for a strike, and it's a 0-1 count to open up this at-bat. Rogers pitches, and Smeltzer takes low for a ball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Claire Smeltzer. Rogers deals. Swing, a line drive into the hole. Short. Dye fields, throw, pulls Hughes to the home plate side of first base, but she keeps the foot on the first base bag and gets Smeltzer 6-3. So 1 up, 1 down. It brings up Emily Sappington. Tusculum's starting pitcher will try to help out her own cause. Third team trailing 2-0 in the top of the second inning. Rogers deals. Low and away to Sappington, and it's 1-0. Sappington hitting .313. 15 driven in with 4 doubles and a jack. Rogers sights the sign. Here's the 1-0. Taken for a strike on the outer half, 1-1. And 1. The pitch. Sappington takes downstairs for a ball, 2-1. That first inning was so quick with Rogers striking out the side. Never had an opportunity to set up Carson-Newman's defensive alignment. And a couple changes for the Eagles. Here's the 2-1. Sappington takes for a strike, 2-2. The outfield, Abby Martin's in left. Sienna Cameron is in center field. And Mari Robbins gets the start in right for her first start since March 9th at North Greenville. Rogers, the 2-2 to Sappington. Taken high for a ball. That loads the count at 3-2. And the infield is what you would typically expect of Carson-Newman. Matazowski at third. Dye at short. Holt at second. And Hughes at first. Kennedy Warder catching for Carson-Newman. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Sappington, the fourth strikeout victim for Sierra Rogers. And there's 2 away in the top of the second. Sierra Rogers gets Sappington to whiff. That brings up the first baseman, Lazo. Lazo's hitting .338 as Rogers deals in the turf for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 out. Rogers trying to face the minimum for a second straight inning. Gets the sign from Warder, winds and delivers. 1-0 is fouled to the backstop. It's 1-1. Rogers, the 1-1. On the outside edge for a strike, 1-2. 30 pitches now for Sierra Rogers, 19 for strikes. She's shown a pretty firm degree of control here against the Pioneers. The 1-2. Downstairs, Lazo watches it burn the turf for a ball, 2-2. Pitch popped up beyond the second base bag. Dye chasing it, but she can't catch up to it. And Lazo has it land with some duck flatus for the first hit of the day for the Pioneers. A little bloop single into center field for Lazo. That hit in no man's land between Dye, Holt, and Cameron. A long run for all 3. And the catcher, Chloe Freischmidt, stands in. Freischmidt's hitting .324 this season. .328 with runners as Rogers deals to her, and Freischmidt stings it foul along the left field line. 0-1. Nothing in 1 to Chloe Freischmidt. Rogers pitches. Downstairs for a ball. It's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Tusculum trying to keep the line moving with a 2-out rally. Opponent's hitting just .219 off of Sierra Rogers when she has runners on base. Rogers, a 1-1. Swung on. Freischmidt clobbers it down the left field line, but it's twisting foul and out of play. And she's behind in the count of the ball and 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Top of the second inning, a 2-0 lead for Carson-Newman over Tusculum. Rogers pitches. Freischmidt laces this one. Left center field alleyway. This one is into the bushes on the soccer field. Chloe Freischmidt blasts her 5th home run of the season. And she goes yard off of a 2-strike pitch to left center field to tie this game up at 2 runs apiece. Now Carson-Newman was cruising along, but back-to-back 2-out hits has evened this contest up at 2 runs apiece. And now up comes Hannah Hughes. Shortstop will try to keep the line moving with 2 out. First pitch to Hughes is low for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. A bloop single to center field for Haley Lazo, and then a Freischmidt blast to left center has leveled it up for Tusculum. 1-0. Check swing foul off of first, 1-1 to Hughes. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Rogers pitches. Swing and a miss. Hughes a tad tardy. And it's 1-2. 2-2 ball game, top of the second. The pitch. Pop foul back at behind home plate, and it gets out of play. Count holds the ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Zips downstairs for a ball, 2-2 to Hughes. Sierra Rogers was motoring along, ground out, strikeout, then a bloop single to center from Lazo. The 2-out blast from Freischmidt, the 2-2. Bounces, did that hit her on the foot? Yes, it did. And Hughes is aboard. So Hughes awarded first base after Rogers hit her on her front left foot. And a third straight batter reaches for the Pioneers with 2 outs. And it brings up Hodges. Rogers pitches to her, and Hodges swings at the first pitch, lifts it to left. Abby Martin got an awkward read on it, came in initially, retreats backwards 4 steps, and settles under it to get Hodges. But it comes 2 batters too late. A 2-out home run from Chloe Freischmidt, and we're even at 2 runs apiece, headed to the bottom of the second. Holt, Martin, Robbins to the plate for Carson-Newman after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
2-2 ball game as we come to the bottom of the second inning. All runs in this one scored via the long ball. A 2-run home run for Macaulay Bailey. A 2-run home run for Chloe Freischmidt for Tusculum. And we're all square here in the bottom of the second. First pitch to Carmen Holt is low for Emily Sappington for ball. And it's 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes to the leadoff batter, Holt, who reaches nearly 47% of the time when she hits leadoff. Sappington pitches, and Holt squibs one to the left side of the infield. Strike that. Foul ball. Holt hit it off of her left leg, and it's 1-1. It was a slow roller to third for Sammy Jimenez, but Holt absolutely caught her front left foot, and it's 1-1. Pitch. Holt flips it foul off of first, and that's on top of the press box. 1-2. One and two to Carmen Holt. Bottom of the second inning in a 2-2 ball game. Sappington deals, and Holt takes high for a ball. It's 2-2. Sappington, the break-even pitch. Holt swings and misses. She's late, and Sappington tallies her 114th strikeout of the season. There's one away in the bottom of the second. And this sends Abby Martin to the plate. Martin, freshman, having a stellar season, hitting .387. Sappington climbs aboard and delivers the first pitch. And Martin takes off the plate for a ball, 1-0. The pitch. Martin ropes it down the left field line, but that's landing foul a foot from the batting cages, and it's 1-1 to her. 2-2 ball game, bottom of the second. Every run that is scored today has come via a big blast, a 2-run moonshot off of a 3-2 pitch in the bottom of the first for Macaulay Bailey with 1 out, a 2-run blast to left center for Chloe Freischmidt in the top of the second with 2 out, the 1-1. Martin watches it sail away for ball 2. Pitch 40 coming up for Emily Sappington. Of the first 39 she's thrown, 19 have found the zone. The 2-1. Martin stings to right field. That's down for a base hit as Darrow's over to cut it off. Abby Martin scorches a single to right. And there's a 1-out base runner for Carson-Newman. So Martin with the lick as she hits successfully for a 9th time in 10 games. Brings up Mari Robbins, who takes the first pitch strike to begin this at-bat. Robbins pinch hit as the tying run against Wingate back on April 2nd and struck out swinging. Just her second at-bat since March 9th as she tips a changeup back to the circle. Long run charging for Jimenez. Throw to first, not in time. Robbins legs out an infield single on a dribbler to third. Martin goes station to second base. Back-to-back 1-out singles for Carson-Newman. And the lineup flips back to the top of the order for Sienna Cameron. The lefty Cameron climbs in, and Julie Hubner is out of the dugout to have a word with the Tusculum infield. Tusculum's had some moments of defensive miscommunication, at least from my somewhat uneducated eyes. Felt like Sappington should have been the one to take charge of that roller from Robbins. Granted, would have been a tough play regardless, but it was definitely a tougher play for Sammy Jimenez. And that's one of now 3 instances where potentially the wrong player taking charge has made things a little bit more difficult for the Pioneers. Think about Cameron leading off the game with the bloop double to left center. Probably an easier play for Smeltzer in left to make it than Newport, who had to run a quarter mile to even get her glove to the ball. First pitch to Cameron is swung on and hit foul to the backstop, 0-1. Martin on second, Robbins on first. Plenty of speed out there for Carson-Newman. 15 combined stolen bases between Robbins and Martin. Martin's been caught once. Don't know that they'll test Chloe Freischmidt behind the plate, though, with 1 out. Sappington deals. Cameron swings, bounces it right side of the infield. Easy play by the second baseman, Hodges. Robbins had to wait on it. She doesn't interfere with it. But a productive out for Sienna Cameron as she moves Martin and Robbins into scoring position for Macy Hughes to work with. 2 out, 2 in scoring position for the Eagles. Hughes reached on a fielder's choice her first time up, then came around to score on Macaulay Bailey's home run. Sappington pitches in the turf for a ball to Hughes, 1-0. Eagles looking for their first two-out hit of the day. Bottom of the second inning in a 2-2 ball game. 2 runs off of 5 knocks for Carson-Newman, 2 runs off of 2 hits for the Pioneers. Both teams have left one stranded here in the early goings. Sappington pitches up to Hughes, 2-0. First base open, but you probably don't want to put Hughes there with Macaulay Bailey looming in the lineup. Sappington checks her wrist protector and offers the 2-0. Hughes swings, bouncing ball off the glove of the third baseman Jimenez. Hughes is safe at first. Martin scores, and the Eagles retake the lead 3-2. Hughes, a hard hit, hopping smash. Jimenez had to leap, so it's a base hit for Macy Hughes. And a 3-2 lead for the Eagles with Macaulay Bailey coming up. Runners on the corners. The pitch. Bailey looks at it outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Macy Hughes drives in her 33rd run of the season to put Carson-Newman back in front, the 1-0. Off the plate away for ball 2. 2-0 to Macaulay Bailey. Bailey's already sent one nuke out of the park today. The 2-0. Sappington not pitching to her. That's outside, and it would appear the strategy is, hey, just let her have first here. The 3-0. Yeah, way outside. That's the old unintentional, intentional walk. And so Macaulay Bailey will go to first. Hughes will go to second. Robbins stays on third, and they're juiced for Brooke Matizowski. She doubled to left center her last time up. Looking for a 2-out rip here with the bases loaded. Sappington back aboard the slab. The lefty wheels and deals. Upstairs to Matizowski for a ball, 1-0. 3-2, Carson-Newman leading. A 2-out single off of Jimenez at third from Macy Hughes has put Carson-Newman back in front. Here's the 1-0. Change up down for a ball. It's 2-0 to Matizowski. 53 pitches already for Emily Sappington. 25 for strikes. Outfield back in center and left on Matizowski. Right fielder Darrow playing more normally. Pitch upstairs, 3-0 to Matizowski. And nowhere to put Brooke Matizowski. Sappington checks her wrist protector. Here's the 3-0. Matizowski hits it deep to left, but it's right at the left fielder Smeltzer. And that is a noisy final out. So the Eagles leave them loaded, only get one off the infield single from Macy Hughes. And Carson-Newman retakes the lead, 3-2 after 2. Newport, Darrow, Jimenez, top of the order, restarts things for Tusculum when we get back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
3-2, Carson-Newman leads it as we come to the top of the third inning. And it's Callan Newport, Kylie Darrow, and Sammy Jimenez to try to jumpstart things for the Tusculum Pioneers. Newport a strikeout victim her first time through as Rogers pitches low for a ball to begin the at-bat at 1-0. One ball and no strikes to Newport. A 3-2 lead for Carson-Newman over Tusculum. The pitch down and in for a ball. It's 2-0. All of Tusculum's offense in this one has come with 2 outs on the board. No leadoff batters have reached as Rogers twirls up the 2-0. It's hit foul to the backstop, 2-1 to Newport. Rogers retired the first 5 she faced in order before Haley Lazo had a 2-out blooper into center. And Chloe Freischmidt followed with a 1-2 pitch tank to left center to bring the Pioneers even, the 2-1. Bunted foul to the backstop. Count moves to 2-2. Eagles would respond in the bottom of the second with a 2-out RBI single off of third from Macy Hughes. And there we stand, 3-2, top of the third inning. Not a lot of action in the sack today. Scant here on a Tuesday in April, the 2-2. Swing and a bouncer. Foul off of third. Do it again at 2-2 to Newport. Two balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter. Newport reaches 45% of the time when she hits leadoff. The pitch. Down and in for ball 3. Count loads up on Newport. 3 balls. The payoff pitch. Hit foul, back and out of play. Do it again at 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes. The leadoff batter, Rogers, rolls the ball against her right hip and goes back to work for the payoff pitch. She winds and delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 5 punch outs for Sierra Rogers, and there's 1 down in the top of the third. Sends the right fielder Kylie Darrow to the plate. Lefty stands in, struck out looking her first time up. Outfield straightaway in white tops and blue trousers as Rogers winds and delivers. And Darrow squares to bunt, pulls it back as it sails up for a ball, 1-0. Eagles wearing white tops and blue pants. First time under Michael Graves in 5 years that the Eagles have worn this jersey combination. 24-9 over the last decade when wearing white on blue, 1-0. On the outside edge for a strike, it's 1-1. It's a good clean look, too. White tops with the eagle head on the front, blue numerals trimmed in orange on the back. No stripes to speak of on the blue pants, and then a knee-high white sock with white shoes. The 1-1. Upstairs to Darrow, 2-1. Tusculum, a good clean look as well, all black. Black tops, black trousers, black numerals, trimmed in white. White batting helmets, knee-high black socks for the Pioneers. Tusculum does have a white pipe up the side of the pants. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Darrow a tad tardy, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 Eagles leading, top of the third inning. 1 out, base is empty for the Pioneers. Rogers back aboard the slab. She wheels and deals, and it's hit foul onto Davis Street. 2-2. Well, classes are back in session after spring break, and potentially the biggest disappointment for, I suppose, the sadist, I think it's sadist in me, there's no targets on that street. No cars to speak of who have inadvertently parked there with a softball game in action. The 2-2. Hit foul to the backstop. Do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 7th pitch of the at-bat. Tusculum's bus is parked there, but it's kind of back and even with home plate. Nothing that gets back to the bus is going to be hard hit. It's not going to do any damage. But it is a large target. Here's the 2-2. High for a ball, 3-2. And right on cue, here it is. Jefferson City Public Works. They've brought their street sweeper, typically on their lunch break. They bring their street sweeper over on game days and watch a little softball. And that is a large but durable target. 3-2 to Darrow. Rogers pitches. Hit foul to the backstop. Darrow staying alive. 8 pitches deep into this at-bat. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases empty. Top of the 3rd inning. A 3-2 lead for Carson-Newman over Tusculum. Adam Cavalier, glad to have you on hand. Our camera crew, Molly Buckowitz and Luke Brennigan. Director Danny Wazork and replay operator Ian Johnson. 3-2 called, 3rd strike. Darrow takes a seat looking for the 2nd time today. And Sierra Rogers has fanned 6. Rogers dials it up on the outer black above the knees. And there's 2 away in the top of the 3rd. Brings up Sammy Jimenez. She was a strikeout victim looking her first time through. Rogers wheels and deals. Jimenez swings and misses. A touch tardy on the first offering. 0-1. 3 runs off of 6 hits for the Eagles. No errors, 4 left. 2 runs off of 2 hits. No errors, and 1 left for the Pioneers. Rogers, the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Jimenez tardy once more. 0-2. Rogers in the driver's seat. No balls and 2 strikes. She's already fanned 6. The career high is 15. 0-2. Taken, called, 3rd strike, outer half. Jimenez sits down looking for the 2nd time today. And for the 2nd time today, Sierra Rogers has struck out the side. 3-2 Eagles lead it headed to the bottom of the 3rd. Warder, Dye, and Holt, 5, 6, and 7, scheduled to appear for the Eagles after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
What is it that makes you powerful? It's not only having a voice, but knowing that it's heard loud and clear. We understand knowledge can change your life, and that energy will continue to power it. And because you're part of a Touchstone Energy cooperative, we're always listening. Because you're more than just a customer, you're a member. And what's more powerful than that?
AEC, bringing the winning game plan to your team.
Kennedy Warder leads things off for Carson-Newman here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Eagles up 3-2 on Tusculum. As Emily Sappington goes back to work in the circle, and she starts Warder off with a ground ball to 3rd. And that's fielded cleanly by Jimenez. Throw to first in plenty of time to get Warder 5-3. 1 up, 1 down off of 1 pitch. He brings up Hayden Dye. Well, much needed for Emily Sappington. Granted, she has a arm that certainly can handle a load, but 55 pitches through 2 innings for Sappington. She deals to Dye, and she swings and misses. 0-1. Sappington 2 1/3 of work so far. 6 hits, 3 runs, a walk and a strikeout. That walk, for all intents and purposes, an intentional walk to Macaulay Bailey. All three of the hits have been extra bases. Here's a changeup that Dye pokes in the air to left. It's back and banging off the wall. Dye trips as she rounds first, and that is a long wall-banging single with 1 out for Hayden Dye. Sappington gave her the change, and Dye was ready for it. Sat on it and banged it off the wall over the head of Smeltzer and left, but tripped rounding first. And really didn't have a prayer at 2 bases. Would have been a bang-bang play if she went for 2 anyway. It sends Carmen Holt to the plate. She struck out swinging her first time through. A 1-out base runner for the Eagles as Sappington pitches upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Dye with 5 stolen bases on the season, and she has not been caught. Decent speed, but with a catcher the caliber of Freischmidt back there, probably not the arm you want to test. Here's the 1-0. Downstairs for a ball, it's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. A 3-2 lead for Carson-Newman in the bottom of the 3rd. Eagles with a 1-out base runner in the form of Hayden Dye. Sappington delivers the 2-0. Holt lays off the pitch upstairs. It's 3-0. The pitch on the outside edge for a strike. It's 3-1. Should note, said that Tusculum's bus was parked on Davis Street earlier, last half inning. That's actually Mars Hill's tennis team's bus. They're in action behind us at the Buddy Catlett Tennis Complex. Holt squibs 1 foul off a 3rd. It's 3-2. I shouldn't say underway. They're 3 minutes away from getting underway. That match between the Eagles and Lions, scheduled for 1 p.m. Carson-Newman's women trying to fight their way into a spot in the SAC tournament. Men are fairly squarely in. The 3-2 is low. Holt chops it to 3rd. Jimenez fields on a high first hop and throws to Lazo at first in time to get Holt. That was ball 4. But Holt swung away, still productive. She moves Dye into scoring position. 2 outs for Abby Martin to work with. Martin scorched a single to right her first time through. She'll clobber the first pitch foul off the facing of Tusculum's dugout for a 0-1 count. 3-2, Eagles leading, bottom of the 3rd. Carson-Newman scored in every inning so far, but a goose egg thus far in the bottom of the 3rd. Ground out, single, ground out. Jimenez has been busy at 3rd base, recording both outs on ground outs this inning for the Pioneers. The 0-1. Martin swings, hard hit ball, back up the middle, diving snag by Hodges, gets to her feet and throws out Martin at first. Spectacular work at second by Caitlin Hodges. She lays out, stops it, and from her knees throws out Martin by a step at first base. So the Eagles kept scoreless for the first time today. It's a 3-2 ball game headed to the top of the 4th. Smeltzer, Sappington, Lazo scheduled to appear for the Pioneers after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Smeltzer, Sappington, and Lazo will start things off with the Pioneers here in the top of the fourth inning. A 3-2 lead for Carson-Newman over Tusculum in a game that is 1 hour and 1 minute old. The first pitch to Smeltzer is hitting the air to left center field. Cameron drifting into the alleyway, and the center fielder makes the grab to put away Smeltzer for out number one. 4 straight innings where Sierra Rogers has retired the leadoff. And it brings up Emily Sappington. Sappington's 0 for 1 today. A strikeout victim swinging back in the second inning. And Rogers deals in the turf to her for a ball, 1-0. 65 pitches for Sierra Rogers. 42 for strikes. Well, Carson-Newman definitely in need of wins here today. The 1-0. Downstairs for a ball, 2-0. Use the plural. Eagles are sitting in fourth place in the league standings. They are 2 games back of first place Wingate. And a game back of LMU and LR, who are tied for second, the 2-0. Hits the edge of the plate for a strike, 2-1 to Sappington. And, yeah, while you want the SAC title, consolation prize for second place is pretty good. You get to host one of the sites for the league tournament if you can get there. So the Eagles trying to win 2, the 2-1. Burns the turf for a ball. It's 3-1 to Sappington. These games equally as important for Tusculum. Pioneers are the last team out in the South Atlantic Conference standings. And here's the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Pioneers on the outside looking in for the SAC tournament. And some wins here on the road for Tusculum would go a long way to shoring up their spot in the SAC tournament. The 3-2. Hit foul to the backstop. Full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 with 1 out. Bases empty for Tusculum here in the top of the fourth inning. 3-2 Eagles leading. Carson-Newman has left 5 stranded. Tusculum's left 1. Rogers, the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch down. Sappington fanned, and Rogers has 8 strikeouts. 2 away. Brings up Haley Lazo. That was ball 4 from Rogers, but Sappington swung away. The pitch. Lazo hits to center, right at Sienna Cameron. A couple shuffle steps to her left, and she settles under it to get Lazo. So for the third time in 4 innings, Sierra Rogers faces the minimum. 3-2, Eagles carry the lead to the bottom of the fourth. Bari Robbins, Sienna Cameron, Macy Hughes to the plate for Carson-Newman. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
I get my power from my co-op so I can put my energy into my family.
Into waking up the neighborhood. Latte for Christine.
I get my power from the co-op so I can put my energy into planting seeds for a brighter future.
Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, power to your community, for your community, so your energy can go into the things that matter most to you.
My 69 Camaro.
Who powers you?
AEC, the right call for your energy needs. Let us help you score success.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From footlong hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
We come to the bottom of the fourth inning, and Carson-Newman carries a 3-2 lead over the Tusculum Pioneers as Emily Sappington goes back to work for Tusculum. Her opposite number, Sierra Rogers, 4 innings of work, has faced the minimum in 3 out of the 4 innings. Mari Robbins, an infield single to her name today. She swings at the first pitch and lifts it foul just over the bullpen on the left field line. 0-1 Mari Robbins. Well, the South Atlantic Conference certainly, well, it's just a mystery wrapped in an enigma. And I think both Tusculum and Carson-Newman play into that mystery, the 0-1. Robbins takes a strike on the outer half, and she's behind in the count at 0-2. Doesn't feel like a whole heck of a lot separates these two teams, and yet Carson-Newman sitting 10-6 in the league. The Pioneers 6-12. Here's the 0-2. Robbins swings and misses, and she's down on strike. Second strikeout of the day for Emily Sappington. There's one away in the bottom of the fourth. Tusculum, case in point, this season sweeps Anderson for the first time since 2013. Then goes out and gets run ruled twice by Limestone. They had the winning run on third with a chance to upset Wingate, but fell in extra innings. Now Cameron stands in, hitting .490. She's 1 for 2 today. Swings at the first pitch, line drive right at Jimenez at third, and she's retired. One pitch, out number 2 for Macy Hughes. 3-2, Eagles leading, bottom of the fourth inning. It's really been sweep or be swept for Tusculum in sack play. They have not split a league doubleheader. First pitch to Hughes is high for a ball, 1-0. And that's just crazy to think about. For all the split doubleheaders that you've seen throughout the league this year, Tusculum doesn't have a one of them. Here's the 1-0. Hughes swings, hard chopper foul off a third, 1-1. They've swept Mars Hill. They've swept Coker. And they've swept Anderson. They've been swept by Limestone, Wingate, Catawba, LMU, LR, and Emory and Henry. No splits to speak of for Tusculum this season. Here's the 1-1. Hughes hacks at it, hits it high in the air to right. No trouble for Darrow, who settles under it, and Hughes is retired. First 1-2-3 inning for Emily Sappington. We're through 4 with a 3-2 lead in hand for Carson-Newman. Freischmidt, Hughes, Hodges to the plate for the Pioneers when we get back after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
(3-2). Carson-Newman leads Tusculum as we come to the top of the 5th inning. All 5 runs in this one were scored in the first 2 innings of the game. Macaulay Bailey gave the Eagles an early 2-0 lead with a 2-run home run off the foul pole along the left field line in the bottom of the first. Tusculum countered with this woman, Chloe Freischmidt, a 2-out 2-run blast to left center in the top of the second before Macy Hughes put the Eagles up with an infield single off the third. First pitch to Freischmidt is swung on. Soft flare into right center. Long run. Cameron lays out and makes the highlight reel headfirst grab in the right center field alleyway. Sienna Cameron robs Freischmidt of a bloop single. And there's one away in the top of the 5th. Brings up Hughes. First pitch to Hughes is swung on, lifted foul to the right, and out of play. 0-1. The 0-1. Swung on, line drive, right field. Racing over Mari Robbins on her horse. She chases it down in the alleyway. Hughes retired on a line drive. Quickly 2 away. Brings up Hodges, who takes low for a ball, 1-0. Hodges, a fly out to left her first time through. 3-2. Eagles leading top of the 5th. 2 out, nobody on. Rogers trying to face the minimum for a 4th time. 1-0. Tipped foul to the backstop, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Rogers rocks and fires. A changeup that buckles at the belt for a strike. It's 1-2. The pitch lifted in the air toward short, Dive back onto the green turf. And the shortstop grips it to retire Hodges. So for a 4th time today, Sierra Rogers faces the minimum. A 3-2 lead for the Eagles with Bailey, Matazowski, and Warder. Meet of the order due up for Carson-Newman after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Macaulay Bailey leads things off for Carson-Newman here in the bottom of the 5th inning. In a 3-2 ball game, Adam Cavalier, happy to have you on hand. And Emily Sappington back to work on the slab for Tusculum. Sappington deals, and Bailey swings and misses the pitch up. That handcuffed her, 0-1. 4 innings of work for Sappington. She's given up 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Given up 2 doubles and a dinger, but has really settled in after the early trepidation. 0-1. Sappington pitches. Bailey swings and misses the pitch down, and she's in an 0-2 hole. Sappington had given up 6 hits through the first 2 innings. She's only allowed 1 base runner to reach since the 3rd inning on. 0-2. Sappington deals. Down in the turf for a ball. 1-2 to Bailey. Bailey 1 for 1 today. Started her afternoon with a 3-2 pitch clobbered off the left field foul pole for her 11th home run of the season. Sappington, the 1-2. Bailey hits the changeup foul off her front foot. Do it again to the ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. Sappington. The 1-2. Bailey watches it outside for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Macaulay Bailey today has extended her hitting streak to 17 straight games. That's the 4th longest in school history, or 5th longest in school history. She has that to herself now, I should say. The 2-2. Tipped foul. Freischmidt can't keep it in her mitt, and the at-bat continues at 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Sappington deals. In the turf, it bounces for ball 3, and Bailey has worked back to load the count at 3-2. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up for Macaulay Bailey. Just the 2nd time this season she's faced an at-bat that has gone 8 pitches. The last time she drove in a run with a sacrifice fly against Limestone. Not an option here, nobody out. The 5th, she swings at the pitch and bounces it foul off of 3rd. Do it again at 3-2. Pitch number 9 coming up for Macaulay Bailey. Bottom of the 5th inning, a 3-2 lead for Carson-Newman over Tusculum. Eagles looking for insurance. Beautiful day here on the banks of Mossy Creek. Sunny skies, a little haze in the atmosphere. A warm early spring day. Temperatures hovering in the mid-70s. The 3-2. Bailey checks her swing and a pitch out. Ball 4. So after 10 pitches, Emily Sappington walks Macaulay Bailey for the 2nd time today. And the Eagles have the leadoff batter on for the first time since the 1st inning. Brings up Brooke Matazowski. Matazowski. Now hold the phone. Pinch runner for Macaulay Bailey at first base. Elena Smith will come in and run for Bailey. So Elena Smith stands on first base. A 3-2 lead for the Eagles. You're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Nobody out, 1 on with Brooke Matazowski up. She's 1 for 2 with a double and a fly out to left. Outfield deep in center and left on Matazowski. Sappington pitches, and Matazowski takes on the outer half for a strike, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Brooke Matazowski. Hitting .400 this season with runners on base. She's driven in 30 so far this year. The 0-1 is a changeup. Matazowski pops it sky high, left side of the field, but it's turning foul onto the hillside adjacent Davis Street, and she's in an 0-2 hole. No balls and 2 strikes. 3-2, the lead for the Eagles. Pitch upstairs. Smith trying to steal second, and she will. as Freischmidt's throw beat everybody to the bag and sails into center field. So Elena Smith swipes her first base of the season. And the Eagles with a runner in scoring position and nobody out. 1-2 to Brooke Matazowski. Emily Sappington wheels and deals. Matazowski takes, that's strike 3. So Matazowski takes a seat looking. Third strikeout of the day for Emily Sappington. And there's one away. For Kennedy Warder. She's 0 for 2. Fouled out to the second baseman and grounded out to third. And the first pitch for Warder is up for a ball, 1-0. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch downstairs to Warder, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 3-2 ball game, bottom of the 5th. Eagles leading by a run. In need of wins to keep track with the top part of the standings. The 1-1 bounces in the turf for a ball. It's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Elena Smith on second after a steal. Sappington pitches. The 2-1 is popped into the air, first base side, twisting foul, and out of play over the press box. 2-2 to Kennedy Warder. Warder's had a really nice sophomore campaign behind the plate for Carson-Newman. Hit .248 in her freshman season. Firmly has cemented herself in the starting lineup this year, hitting .354 with 12 extra base hits. And she rides a 3-game hitting streak. The pitch, swing and a miss on a pitch down. Out completed with the throw down to first base. And it's back-to-back punch-outs for Emily Sappington, 2 away. Well, Sappington continues to impress. Gave up 3 runs off of 6 hits in the first 2 innings. She's put up nothing but goose eggs ever since, with only 1 hit allowed. And that was to this woman, Hayden Dye, who banged a single off the wall in left her last time up. She starts the at-bat taking low for a ball, 1-0. Leadoff walk for Macaulay Bailey. Elena Smith pinch runs for her and steals second. But back-to-back strikeouts generated by Sappington, 1-0. Dye takes off the plate for a ball, 2-0. Our umpiring crew, Randy Peralt behind the plate, Bobby Gosnell at first base, and Bob Lance at third. The 2-0. Sappington checks her wrist protector, wheels and deals. Dye swings and misses at a pitch down, 2-1. Waved over the top of it. Eagles looking for another 2-out knock. They've had exactly 1 on the day, and that was Macy Hughes' go-ahead infield single to third back in the second inning. Here's the 2-1. Dye swings and chops it foul off the third. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2, Eagles leading. Bottom of the 5th inning. Not a lot of action in this one since the second. A 2-run Macaulay Bailey blast in the first for Carson-Newman. A 2-run Chloe Fleischmidt home run in the second. And then Macy Hughes 2-out RBI single in the bottom of the second for the Eagles. Scoreless since the 2-2. Upstairs to Dye. That loads the count at 3-2. Hits have been at a premium for the Eagles with runners on base. They're 3 for 12 with runners and 2 for 10 with runners in scoring position. Sappington has worked well with traffic on the base paths. Sappington. Payoff pitch coming. Dye swings, launches it down the left field line. It's out of the park but foul. Straighten that one up, and Dye homers for the second time in 3 games. Instead, it keeps the count full, and she lives to see a 7th pitch of this at-bat. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs. Elena Smith on second. Eagles head by 1. Sappington deals. Pitch upstairs. Die hacks. Lifts it down the right field line. And it lands in fair ground and bounces foul. A defensive miscommunication between Hodges and Darrow. The weirdest triple you'll ever see. Smith scores, and it's a 4-2 lead for Carson-Newman. Well, that absolutely should have been the final out of the inning. But Hodges and Darrow, neither one of them took charge. It drops between the two of them, side spins right into the corner, and Hayden Dye stumbles into a triple and gives Carson-Newman a 4-2 lead. Well, that will make Julie Hubner pull her hair out. First pitch to Carmen Holt is a ball, 1-0. And there have been 4 of those now for Tusculum as Hubner's out from the dugout to have a word with the infield. You think about Carson-Newman's first hit of the day. Sienna Cameron blooped a ball into left center field. It was a tremendously long run for the center fielder, Callan Newport. And she's the one who tried to track down the ball instead of the left fielder, Claire Schmelzer. It hit off her glove, lands for a weird, awkward bloop double. So you've got that one. You've got the bunt, or swinging bunt by Mari Robbins in the 3rd inning, where arguably Sappington should have took charge in the circle. Granted, that's probably going to be a single either way, but it was a really tough play for Sammy Jimenez to make at third base. And now the weirdest triple that you'll ever see by Hayden Dye on a Titanic pop-up down the right field line that both Caitlin Hodges, the second baseman, and Kylie Darrow, the right fielder, neither one of them took charge. It splits the difference between them and extends the inning. Carmen Holt, 1-0 to her. As Sappington deals. Holt swings, laces it into the right center field alleyway. That's extra bases for Carmen Holt. Hayden Dye scores standing. Holt wants 3 bases. Relay throw to third is not in time. Carmen Holt triples to the wall and right. Back-to-back triples for Carson-Newman, and it's a 5-2 lead for the Eagles. It was a long run for Darrow, who was playing in. And Holt never let up as she rounded second base to take 3. Inning extends with Abby Martin. Sappington pitches, and Martin swings and fouls the first pitch off Chloe Freischmidt's mask. It's 0-1. 5-2 Eagles leading. Back-to-back, 2-out RBI triples for Hayden Dye and Carmen Holt. Sappington, the 0-1. There's a pitch in the turf for ball, 1-1. Well, Carson-Newman has resolved the mystery that had been Emily Sappington. She only surrendered 1 hit over the last 2 2/3 innings. But back-to-back 2-out triples for the Eagles. The 1-1 is smashed to third. It's grabbed on the bounce by Jimenez, and she throws to first in time to get Martin. But it comes 2 batters too late. Back-to-back 2-out triples for Hayden Dye and Carmen Holt, and the Eagles carry a 5-2 lead to the 6th inning. Top of the order, Newport, Darrow, and Jimenez due up for the Pioneers after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeingeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeingeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeingeagles.com today.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Top of the sixth inning, Carson-Newman has extended its lead to 3 runs, 5-2 over Tusculum, after back-to-back 2-out triples from Hayden Dye and Carmen Holt. Sierra Rogers goes back to work in the circle against Callan Newport, a batter she struck out twice. Rogers wheels and deals the first pitch. It's in the turf for a ball, 1-0. 80 pitches for Callan Newport. .53 for strikes. The pitch hit foul off of her wickets, 1-1. Pinch hitter in the on-deck circle is Maddie McBride for Tusculum. Likely hitting in place of Darrow, who struck out twice today. Newport's been a strikeout victim twice, both times swinging. 1-1 to the leadoff batter. Rogers pitches. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 1-2. Sierra Rogers has faced the minimum in 4 out of 5 innings. She didn't in the third when Latzo blooped a single to center field and Freischmidt clobbered a bomb to left center. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Hit foul back and out of play due to getting the ball in 2 strikes. Dandy of an outing for Sierra Rogers. 5 innings of work, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned. No walks, 8 strikeouts. Rogers rolls the ball against her right hip and brings the 1-2 to the plate. Pitch up, tomahawk to left, long run for Martin. She reaches up, can't get it in her glove. Cameron backs her up and scoops it up as the throw comes in. Newport doubles to the wall and left, her 17th 2-base hit of the season. League-leading total in that regard for Newport. And for the first time today, Tusculum gets its leadoff batter aboard. 3rd hit of the day for the Pioneers. And that brings up the pinch-hitting McBride. Hitting in place of Darrow, who struck out looking her first time 2 times through. McBride's hitting .215 this season as Rogers deals, and McBride swings and misses, 0-1. McBride, 17 knocks and 13 driven in this season, hitting .237 with runners in scoring position. Rogers deals, pitch downstairs, runner on the move. Warder throws to third. Dye can't get the tag down in time, and Newport steals her 20th base of the season. Warder had to wait on the throw with the corners crashing, and for Dye to get over and cover the bag. Throw was on time, but Dye couldn't catch part of Newport's body before she slid in. 1-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So a double and a stolen base for Newport. A 5-2 lead for the Eagles in the top of the 6th. Tusculum trying to manufacture a run. The 1-2. McBride watches outside for a ball, 2-2. Rogers rolls the ball against her right hip and delivers the break-even pitch. McBride hacks at a rise ball. She's down on strikes. 9th K for Sierra Rogers, and there's one away. Important punch out there for Sierra Rogers. And it brings up Sammy Jimenez. She struck out looking twice as Rogers deals to her. On the outer half for a strike, 0-1. Nothing in one. One out, runner on third. The pitch hit foul into the fencing to the left of Carson-Newman's dugout on the first base side. 0-2. The pitch, foul to the backstop, keeps the count going at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Rogers delivers, and Jimenez defensively cues it foul to the backstop. Do it over at 0-2. 5-2, Eagles leading. Top of the 6th inning. Rogers, the 0-2 pitch. Jimenez bounces over Rogers' head. Dye has to wait on it. Throw to first. Not in time. Jimenez legs out an infield single and scores Newport from third. 5-3. Tusculum cuts the deficit to 2 runs off of Jimenez's infield single. Tough to see on the replay, but Michael Graves wants to chat with Bobby Gosnell about Jimenez being safe at first. Gosnell not going to change his mind. Regardless, it's a run-scoring play. The lineup moves along to Chloe Smeltzer. Claire Smeltzer, pardon me. So the left fielder Smeltzer stands in. She's 0 for 2. She's grounded out to short and flied out to left. 5-3, Eagles leading. Top of the 6th, 1 out and 1 on. Rogers deals, and Smeltzer takes low for a ball, 1-0. The pitch, check swing and a pitch down and away, 2-0. Smeltzer. They say that Smeltzer came around on that, I believe. I'll wait Randy Peralt for the official ruling on what the count is. But I think it's 1-1, the pitch. Swing and a bouncer foul off of third. 1-2, I believe. Still waiting for Peralt to flash up his fingers. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Jimenez on first. Smeltzer looking for her first hit of the day. Rogers pitches. Downstairs for a ball, it's 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Double-digit punch-outs for Sierra Rogers. And there's 2 away in the top of the 6th inning. An RBI infield single to short for Sammy Jimenez in this inning, as Julie Hubner has her lineup card out.
Now batting number 26,
and
Madison Watts.
she is going to pinch hit Madison Watts for Emily Sappington. Sappington had struck out swinging twice today. Watts is hitting .306 as she takes on the outer half for a strike, 0-1. Pitch 100 there for Sierra Rogers. 69 for strikes. The pitch popped up, first base side, foul ground. Holt into foul territory, and the second baseman makes the grab to get Watts. But Tusculum is able to take advantage of a leadoff double from Calla Newport. Jimenez scores her with an infield single, and Tusculum cuts the deficit to 2. It's 5-3 Eagles. We're back for what Carson-Newman hopes is its final trip to the plate after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Tusculum has brought on a new pitcher in relief of Emily Sappington, and that is Keelan Reynolds, who started the game as the flex player. Reynolds, 4.18 ERA, 3-4 on the year with a save, 57 innings of work, gives up more than a hit an inning, has struck out 46 and walked 36. The first batter she faces will be Mari Robbins, who's 1 for 2 today with an infield single to third and a strikeout. Reynolds pitches, and Robbins takes in the turf for a ball, 1-0. 5-3 Eagles leading in the bottom of the 6th inning. Carson-Newman scored twice in the bottom of the 5th with back-to-back 2-out triples from Hayden Dye and Carmen Holt. The 1-0. Down and into Robbins, 2-0. Tusculum answered with a run in the 6th on an RBI infield short from Sammy Jimenez. The pitch. Robbins swings and misses at a pitch low, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to the leadoff batter, Robbins, who reaches 2 out of every 3 times she hits in the leadoff spot. Reynolds deals. And Robbins takes high for ball 3. The pitch. Robbins bounds it foul off of third. That loads the count at 3-2. The pitch in the turf, ball 4. So Robbins works a leadoff walk. And the lineup turns back to the top of the order for Sienna Cameron. Cameron working on a 1 for 3 day. Started the day with a bloop double to left center, and since then has grounded out to second and lined out to third. Reynolds pitches, and Cameron bounces it over the head of the leaping first baseman Lazo. The right fielder, Hodges, muffs it, but Robbins was already off for third. So it's a single for Cameron up the right field line. Robbins over to third, as she was hard charging around second. And back-to-back batters reach to start the inning. Should note that Reynolds not the only defensive change. McBride is into the game in right field for the Pioneers. Reynolds pitches to Hughes in the turf. Cameron on the move. She takes second. So Sienna Cameron swipes her 12th bag of the season. And 2 in scoring position for Carson-Newman with nobody out. Chance to play add-on here in the bottom of the 6th with a 5-3 lead. The 1-0. Hughes wallops down the left field line. Reaching up. Smeltzer can't get it. Got a misread on it. Hughes motors into second with a double. Cameron and Robbins both score. Hughes trying to take third on the throw. She cannot. She's retired. So Hughes doubles over the head of the left fielder Smeltzer and then gets retired. 7-2-5 at third base. Cameron and Robbins both score, and it's a 7-3 lead for Carson-Newman. So the Eagles play add-on with a 2-base hit for Macy Hughes, but she's retired on the play, and there's one out. Now Macaulay Bailey comes up, taking a low changeup for a ball, 1-0. It was just a rough read for Claire Smeltzer and left. Came in initially, then had to jump up, reach up, and try to make the grab on Hughes, and she couldn't get it in her glove. 1-0. Bounces in the turf for a ball, 2-0. The 2-0. Downstairs, ball 3. Don't anticipate Macaulay Bailey getting much of a pitch to hit. Started the day with a home run, and she's walked twice on 4 pitches and her 2 at-bats since. On 4 pitches, and 10 pitches. Reynolds, 3-0. Is a changeup. Bailey swings over the top of it. And it's 3-1. That would have been ball 4. 7-3, Eagles leading. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the 3-1. It's a changeup low, ball 4. Macaulay Bailey has walked 3 times and homered today. 1 out. Runner on first base, Bailey, for Brooke Matazowski. First pitch, check swing foul by Matazowski, 0-1. The pitch, off the plate away for a ball, 1-1. Pitch. Check swing. No, she came around. Matazowski comes around, and it's 1-2. The pitch bounced to the right side of the circle. Reynolds fields an underhand flip to first to Lazo. Gets Matazowski. A productive out as she moves Bailey over to second, and there's 2 away for Kennedy Warder. Warder, the only Eagle in the order today who's hitless. She's 0 for 3. Foul out to second, ground out to third, strikeout swinging. Reynolds deals. The changeup. Low to Warder. It's 1-0. The pitch downstairs, ball 2. Reynolds wheels and deals. Down and in for ball 3. Throw down to second to check on Bailey, who got a little too much of a lead for Chloe Freischmidt's liking. And Bailey back in plenty of time. 3 balls, no strikes to Warder. Reynolds deals. A changeup for a strike at the belt. It's 3-1. 7-3 Eagles lead. Bottom of the 6th inning. 2 runs across this frame on a Hughes double to left. She's driven in 3 today. Here's the 3-1. Another changeup. Warder lifts it shallow right center field. A long run for McBride. But the defensive sub races under it to retire Warder for the 4th time today. And that's the frame. But Macy Hughes does damage with a 2-run double. Eagles carry a 4-run lead to the top of the 7th. Lazo, Freischmidt, and Hughes scheduled to appear. Tusculum needs to score 4 times to extend the game. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Carson-Newman carries a 7-3 lead into the top of the 7th inning. And the Eagles take aim at a Game 1 win over the Tusculum Pioneers. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you on hand. Our director today, Danny Wazork, replay operator Ian Johnson, and our camera crew, Molly Buckowitz and Luke Brennigan. Just pleased as punch that you've elected to spend part of your Tuesday with us here on the Eagles Sports Network. Haley Laszlo leads things off for Tusculum. Sierra Rogers goes back to work in the circle for Carson-Newman. Rogers pitches. Laszlo swings at the first pitch. Line drive, left center field. Cameron on her horse. She tracks it down in the alleyway to get Lazo on a well-struck ball. 1 pitch, 1 out, and the Pioneers with 2 outs to make up a 4-run difference. Pioneers have had a couple of well-hit balls in this one that Carson-Newman's outfielders have made really nice plays on. And Cameron's got a couple of those. Brings up Freischmidt. Homered her first time up. Popped up her second. She takes off the plate away for a ball to begin this at-bat 1-0. Sierra Rogers, 6 1/3 innings of work. 4 hits, 3 runs all earned. Has given up 0 walks, hit a batter, and struck out 10. Rogers, the 1-0. Downstairs for a ball, 2-0 to Freischmidt. Given the nuke that Freischmidt hit and the fact that the wind is blowing out to right, don't know that Rogers will give her much of anything to hit. Rogers rolls the ball against her right hip. The 2-0 delivery on the way. Hit foul, backing out of play, 2-1. Teams have split their last 2 twin bills, but the Eagles had swept doubleheaders here at home in all but 1 year since 2013. Here's the 2-1. Taken high for ball 3. 3-1 to Freischmidt. Well, Sierra Rogers has shown really strong command today. 106 pitches, 72 for strikes. She's been peak Ricky Vaughn today, the 3-1. Downstairs. No, strike that. That's a strike and a delayed strike call from home plate umpire Randy Perrault. Freischmidt was 40% of the way up the first baseline before the strike call came in. Live, it felt low. Here's the 3-2. Hit, foul, and out of play off of Davis Street. Count stays full. 1 out, nobody on for the Pioneers, top of the 7th inning. Eagles leading 7-3. One of 2 doubleheaders in play today in the South Atlantic Conference. The other one features Wise in a non-conference tilt at Cavalier Field against King at 3 p.m. 3-2 pitch. Squibbed off of third. It stays fair. Long throw for Matazowski is in time. Hughes holds on to it as Freischmidt collides with her. And Hughes, the throw from Matazowski, pulled her into the base path. And she took the lick from Freischmidt and held on to the ball. Put out goes 5-3 on Freischmidt's ball that hugged the chalk. And there's 2 away for the shortstop, Hughes. And Tusculum needs base runners. And that's been at a premium today against Sierra Rogers. Hughes 0 for 1 as Rogers deals. Upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Hughes has been plunked and lined out to right. That line drive had great chase down by Mari Robbins in right. Here's the 1-0. Check swing, foul off of first, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. 7-3. Carson-Newman leads the Pioneers, and Tusculum is down to its final out. Eagles looking to snap a 3-game losing streak. That started back in Game 2 of a doubleheader in extra innings, a 10-6 loss to LMU on March 29th. 1-1. Swinging a bouncing ball to short. Dye scoops, throw to first in plenty of time to get Hughes, and that's the ball game. So Carson-Newman, a methodical and complete effort, takes Game 1 from the Pioneers, 7-3. A 10 strikeout performance in the circle for Sierra Rogers. She gets the win to improve to 6-2. Sappington the loss to drop to 8-11, and the Eagles prevail by a final score of 7-3 in a game that took 1 hour and 58 minutes to play. Stick around. Game 2 headed your way on the Eagles Sports Network. After these messages, tentative 2:30 first pitch time for the nightcap.